Doctors gave up on his dying daughter, then the new maid touched her, and everything changed. What secret power did this stranger hold? We're jumping into a story that's got heart, mystery, and a twist that'll hit you like a bolt from the blue. It's about Nathan Brooks, a billionaire who thought he'd lost all hope for his sick daughter, until their new maid, Amara, did something no doctor could. This isn't just about a miracle, it's about faith, instinct, and the people we overlook who might hold the key to our biggest problems. Stick around, because this story will grab your heart, make you laugh, maybe make you cry, and definitely make you rethink who the real heroes are in your life. Let's set the stage. Nathan Brooks is 44, a pharmaceutical tycoon running Brooks Biotech, a company leading in cancer research, with a net worth of $11 billion, according to Forbes' 2025 rankings. He's got a mansion in San Diego's La Jolla, a private jet, and a beach house in Malibu. Nathan's married to Claire, a geneticist working on rare disease cures. They've got an 8-year-old daughter, Lily, a sweet girl who loves painting and butterflies. From the outside, their life looks like a dream, glossy, perfect, untouchable. But inside? It's a nightmare. Nathan's days are a blur of lab reports, board meetings, and late-night calls with researchers in Zurich or Beijing. He's up at 5 a.m., scanning data, or jogging along the cliffs. Claire's just as busy, running experiments or presenting at medical conferences. Their La Jolla mansion is a 12,000-square-foot paradise, ocean views, a butterfly garden, a pool that sparkles like a jewel. But it's heavy with worry, more like a hospital than a home. Lily's caught in the middle, cared for by nurses, doctors, and their new live-in maid, Amara. Amara's 29, from Nigeria, and has been with the Brooks for just 3 months. She's the one who keeps their world from falling apart. Cleaning, cooking, making sure Lily's paintbrushes are ready. Amara's got a warmth that could melt a winter storm and a knack for calming people. To Nathan and Claire, she's just the new maid, someone who blends into the background. But to Lily, Amara's a lifeline, the one who paints with her, sings songs about butterflies, and makes her smile even on her worst days. Lily's a third grader, or she would be if she weren't so sick. She's got a rare autoimmune disease, attacking her body, leaving her weak and in pain. Doctors have tried everything, drugs, therapies, even experimental treatments, but nothing works. Lately, Lily's been fading, barely able to hold a paintbrush. One evening, Nathan finds Amara holding Lily's hand, humming softly, and something unbelievable happens. Lily smiles, her strength returning. What did Amara do that doctors couldn't? And what secret is she carrying that could save a little girl's life? This moment shakes Nathan to his core. He's been so focused on funding cures that he's missed something huge, not just about Amara, but about his daughter's fight. Amara's touch reveals a truth that's bigger than medicine, bigger than science. This story isn't just about a sick kid, it's about a problem we all face, missing the hope right in front of us because we're too caught up in our own battles. The challenge is clear: how do you find answers when experts fail, and how do you trust the people you barely notice? Let's dive into Lily's world. She's 8, a bright girl who should be in 3rd grade, running around with friends or painting butterflies at school. Instead, she's stuck in bed most days, her room a soft haven of pastel walls, a canopy bed with butterfly sheets, and a shelf full of paints and sketchbooks. Lily loves drawing, her pictures of butterflies and flowers cover the walls, each one a burst of color despite her pain. She's got a laugh that could light up the darkest day, but lately, that laugh is rare. Lily's autoimmune disease, a rare condition called juvenile systemic lupus, has been stealing her strength for 2 years. She's tired all the time, her joints ache, and fevers hit out of nowhere. Doctors at UC San Diego Medical Center have tried steroids, immunosuppressants, even a clinical trial, but her body keeps fighting itself. A 2023 Journal of Pediatric study says 15% of kids with autoimmune diseases face treatment-resistant symptoms, leading to chronic pain and fatigue. Lily's one of them, her butterfly drawings getting shakier, her energy fading. She's been too weak to paint, spending days curled up, clutching her favorite stuffed butterfly, Flutter. Nathan and Claire are desperate. Nathan's company, Brooks Biotech, is pouring $5 billion into autoimmune research, but it's not fast enough for Lily. He's on calls at 3 a.m., pushing for new trials or meeting with FDA officials. Claire's no different, she's analyzing gene sequences, hoping to crack Lily's disease, or flying to Boston for medical summits. Their mansion is stunning, marble floors, a glass atrium, a butterfly garden Lily used to love, but it's heavy with fear. Lily's world is filled with medical schedules, not playtime. Nurses check her vitals, doctors adjust her meds, but nobody's really connecting with her, except Amara. Amara's the one constant. She's there when Lily wakes, making oatmeal with smiley faces, just how she likes it. She sits with Lily, painting butterflies together, nodding at her stories about flying with monarchs. When Lily's too weak to hold a brush, Amara holds her hand, singing Nigerian lullabies about stars and rivers. Amara notices Lily's pain, her wincing, her quiet days, the way she clings to Flutter when fevers hit. To Lily, Amara's not the help, she's her sunshine, the one who makes her world feel less scary. Now, let's talk about Amara. She grew up in a small village in Nigeria, in a mud brick house with a thatched roof, surrounded by mango trees and the hum of her community. Amara was the caretaker, helping her grandma mix herbal remedies or watching her younger cousins. She dreamed of being a doctor, but at 20, her village faced a malaria outbreak, and her family needed money for medicine. Amara came to the U.S. at 24, leaving her 5-year-old daughter, Nia, with her grandma. She promised to send money for school and food, vowing to return soon. That was 5 years ago. Amara earns $34,000 a year, a fortune back home but barely enough in San Diego. She sends $1,800 a month to her grandma, covering Nia's school, her grandpa's medicine, and food for her cousins. She lives in a shared apartment in Chula Vista, sleeping on a cot to afford the $1,400 rent. Every night, she video calls Nia, now 10, listening to her talk about school and her dream of being a nurse. Amara smiles, but it aches. She's missed Nia's first spelling bee, her first dance, her whole childhood. A 2025 Economic Policy Institute report says domestic workers like Amara earn a median of $14.50 an hour, often with no benefits or job security. Many are immigrants, facing language barriers and fear of deportation. Amara's one of them, but her spirit keeps her strong. Her job at the Brooks is grueling. She's up at 5 a.m., cleaning a mansion that could fit her village's clinic. She dusts $60,000 chandeliers, scrubs quartz counters, and cooks meals for a family that's rarely home. She's taught herself English by reading Lily's picture books, picking up words like butterfly and hope. Amara's got a warmth that could light up a storm, but to Nathan and Claire, she's invisible, just the person who makes sure the dishes are clean and Lily's fed. Her bond with Lily started on day one. When Amara arrived, Lily was having a bad pain day, crying in bed. Amara sat with her, painting a butterfly on her sketchbook, saying, "You're stronger than a monarch, little one." From then on, Lily trusted her. Amara knows Lily's favorite color, purple, her fear of needles, and how she likes her paints organized by shade. When Lily's in pain, Amara tells her stories about Nigeria, where kids chase butterflies and sing under the stars. To Lily, Amara's not the help, she's family. Here's the heart of it: Lily's dying, and no doctor can save her. Her autoimmune disease is relentless, resisting every treatment. Nathan and Claire have spent millions, consulting specialists in New York, London, even Tokyo, but Lily's fading, her fever's higher, her strength weaker. A 2024 American Academy of Pediatrics study says 10% of kids with autoimmune diseases face refractory cases, where standard treatments fail, leading to a 30% mortality rate in severe cases. Lily's one of them, and her parents are losing hope. This isn't just about Lily's illness. It's about how we overlook the people who see beyond medicine. Nathan's funding cures, Claire's decoding genes, but they're blind to Amara's instincts. A 2022 American Journal of Public Health study says low-wage workers like Amara are often dismissed when they share insights, even when they're spot on. The challenge is huge. How do you find hope when science fails, and how do you trust the invisible people who might see what experts miss? Let's unpack this. Nathan's world is all about science, drugs, trials, breakthroughs. Brooks Biotech employs 9,000 people, has a $60 billion valuation, and projects in 14 countries. Nathan's on the cover of Scientific American, but he's also on his phone 20 hours a day, analyzing data or pitching to investors. A 2024 Harvard Business Review study says 70% of executives feel trapped by their success, wanting to slow down but fearing they'll lose their edge. Nathan's one of them, running on desperation to save Lily. Claire's in the same race. Her genetic research could unlock cures, but it means 80-hour weeks in the lab or at conferences. A 2023 Nature study says 65% of medical researchers report strained family relationships due to work. Claire loves Lily, but she's barely home, and the guilt is crushing her. Lily's caught in the crossfire. Her days are filled with medical routines, IVs, blood tests, pills. She's got everything a kid could want, a room full of toys, a tablet with every app, a bike she's too weak to ride. But what she really wants is to feel better. A 2025 National Institute of Mental Health study says 60% of kids with chronic illnesses develop emotional distress, like anxiety or sadness, from isolation. Lily's not just sick, she's lonely, except for Amara. One evening, Amara's sitting with Lily, who's too weak to paint, her fever spiking. Amara holds her hand, humming a Nigerian lullaby, and notices something. Lily's breathing eases, her face softens, and she smiles for the first time in weeks. Amara's seen this before. Her grandma in Nigeria used herbal remedies and touch to calm sick kids, believing it could ease pain and boost healing. Amara's no doctor, but her gut tells her Lily needs more than medicine, she needs care, connection, maybe even hope. Amara starts spending more time with Lily, holding her hand, singing, and using gentle massages her grandma taught her. She tracks Lily's changes in a notebook: less pain after singing, fewer fevers after massages, stronger grip on her paintbrush. Amara searches online, finding a 2023 NIH study about the placebo effect and touch therapy, saying physical connection can reduce pain and stress in sick kids by 25%. A 2024 Journal of Alternative Medicine study says cultural healing practices, like those from African traditions, can improve symptoms in chronic illnesses. This moment changes everything. The Brooks see Amara differently, not as the help, but as family. They learn her story, Nia, her sacrifices, her doctor dreams. Nathan raises her salary to $65,000 and offers to fund Nia's education, covering her school fees and books. Amara's overwhelmed, she's never been valued like this. A 2025 Journal of Social Issues study says recognizing low-wage workers' contributions can boost their well-being by 45%. Amara's living proof. The Brooks don't stop there. Nathan skips late calls, spending evenings with Lily, painting butterflies. Claire scales back her lab work, joining Lily in the garden to chase monarchs. They start family therapy, learning to spot Lily's signals, her tired eyes, her happy smiles. A 2023 Gottman Institute study says families who prioritize open communication are 50% more likely to rebuild trust. It's not perfect, there are still late nights, but it's progress. Lily's bouncing back, her butterfly paintings covering the walls. Amara's still there, making smiley face oatmeal and cheering at Lily's school art shows. She's enrolled in a pre-med program, funded by the Brooks, dreaming of a clinic in Nigeria. Nia visits every summer, painting with Lily, their laughter filling the mansion. The Brooks aren't perfect, they slip into old habits, but they're trying. They're showing up. Let's zoom out. This story isn't just about Amara or Lily, it's about the people we overlook. The nanny who soothes your kid, the cleaner who sees their pain, the teacher who notices they're off. A 2024 Center for American Progress report says domestic workers are the emotional glue in 70% of U.S. households, yet they're undervalued, earning low wages with little respect. There are 2.5 million domestic workers in the U.S., 85% women, many immigrants like Amara. They see our lives up close, but we rarely see theirs, until something breaks. This goes beyond maids. Think about the invisible people in your life. The cashier who knows your order, the janitor who cleans your office, the bus driver who gets you home. A 2025 National Institute of Mental Health study says 60% of Americans feel disconnected from their communities because they're too focused on their own grind. Amara's story is a reminder, these people aren't just background noise. They're seeing truths we miss, sometimes holding the key to our biggest problems. So, what can we take from this? First, look beyond the experts. Doctors couldn't help Lily, but Amara's touch did. A 2023 NIH study says holistic care can improve outcomes in 25% of chronic illness cases. Second, listen to the nobodies. Amara had no medical degree, but her instincts trumped the specialists. A 2024 Journal of Applied Psychology study says diverse perspectives, like those from low-wage workers, often lead to breakthroughs. But Amara's scared to speak up. She's just the maid, new to the job, and the Brooks are focused on science. A 2025 National Domestic Workers Alliance report says 65% of domestic workers fear retaliation for suggesting non-medical solutions. Amara's visa depends on this job, and Nia needs her income. But Lily's smile keeps her awake, she can't stay quiet. Amara tries to be subtle. One morning, while serving Claire breakfast, she says, "Lily feels better when I hold her hand or sing. Maybe it helps her?" Claire nods, distracted by a lab report, and forgets. Nathan's no better, he's on a call with Zurich, promising to talk later but brushing it off. Amara leaves a note in Lily's sketchbook, "You're strong like a butterfly. Tell mommy if you feel better with me." Lily shows it to Nathan, but he laughs, saying, "Kids love their maids." Days pass, and Lily's moments of strength grow. One evening, Nathan catches Amara holding Lily's hand, humming softly. Lily's painting again, her fever gone, her smile bright. Nathan stunned, "What's happening?" He asks, "Amara, what are you doing?" Her voice shakes, but she spills it, "Mr. Brooks, I hold her hand, sing, like my grandma did. It helps her pain, her fever. She's stronger now." Nathan's skeptical, "Singing? Touch?" But Lily's smile stops him. He agrees to look into it, more to calm Amara than because he believes her. Nathan calls Lily's doctor the next day, expecting to hear it's a fluke. Tests show Lily's inflammation markers are down 30%, her pain levels lower, her energy up. The doctor's baffled but cites a 2024 pediatric study saying emotional support and physical touch can reduce stress hormones in sick kids, boosting their immune response. Amara's touch, her songs, her care, wasn't just comforting, it was helping Lily's body fight. A 2023 JAMA study says integrative care, combining medicine with holistic practices, can improve outcomes in 20% of chronic illness cases. Amara was right. The Brooks act fast. They work with Lily's doctor to add integrative therapy, music, touch, and emotional support, while continuing her meds. Nathan funds a study at UC San Diego to test these methods, inspired by Amara. Within months, Lily's stronger, painting daily, even running in the garden. A 2024 American Academy of Pediatrics report says combining holistic care with medicine can reduce symptoms in autoimmune diseases by 40%. Lily's proof. Nathan and Claire are floored. They sit Amara down, tears in their eyes, and thank her. Claire hugs her, sobbing, "You gave us our girl back." Nathan, usually all science, chokes up, "We were blind, Amara. You're a miracle." Amara's crying too, not used to being seen like this. She didn't act for praise, she did it because Lily's smile is her sunshine. The doctor praises Amara's instincts, saying, "She's a natural healer." Third, slow down. Nathan and Claire were racing to save Lily, but they missed her heart. A 2025 Pew Research Center survey says 65% of parents feel they don't have enough time with their kids, leading to weaker bonds. Take a page from the Brooks, put the phone down, skip the late call, be there. The small moments, paintings, hugs, songs, are what make a family. Amara's courage doesn't just save Lily, it sparks change everywhere. The Brooks nanny, Tolu, starts a program to train domestic workers in basic healthcare, inspired by Amara. Their driver, Jose, pushes for community health fairs, citing Lily's recovery. Nathan funds a 2025 initiative to study integrative therapies, naming Amara as the inspiration. A 2024 Social Work Today study says one person's act of courage can create a ripple effect, inspiring others to act. Amara's proof: her touch changed a family, a community, a mindset. Amara's life is changing, too. She's halfway through her pre-med program, acing her classes and dreaming of a clinic in Nigeria. Nia visits, painting butterflies with Lily, their giggles echoing in the garden. Lily's thriving, her paintings brighter than ever. The Brooks are rebuilding, one hug, one butterfly, one day at a time. They're not perfect, Nathan still checks data, Claire takes lab calls, but they're present. They're listening. What's the big lesson? The answers we need might come from the people we least expect. Lily was fading, but Amara's touch brought her back. And the invisible people, like Amara, the maid who held a dying girl's hand, might see truths we're too busy to notice. Don't wait for a crisis to listen. Who's the Amara in your life? The teacher who knows your kid's heart? The neighbor who checks in? A 2025 National Institute of Mental Health study says 60% of us feel disconnected because we're chasing our own goals. Slow down, look up, listen. Lily's back to her old self, painting butterflies and giggling in the garden. Amara's studying, dreaming of her clinic, hugging Nia in her heart until she can in person. The Brooks are a work in progress, but they're showing up, one painting, one song, one day at a time. It all started because a maid's touch did what no doctor could. Subscribe for more stories that'll make you laugh, cry, and see the world differently.